plus. But it's exponentially quicker you feel like you need time. So we're looking at this, and this is a success from minute one. Because we've seen tools convince people repeatedly. And so the movement is now afoot, they are on foot, going from shelter to shelter, from encampment to encampment. And I love this. This is where tax dollars make all the sense in the world. And you want to know something? Not Dynatax money is going to use. The gift cards, the routes, Target, those are all being donated. The cost of the workers themselves and paying for it is being borne by the UCLA School of Medicine through a grant from the David Geffen Center. Now, the county workers, they pay by the county, of course. But it looks like this is a successful program, and I'm jumping up and down on this one. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm of the belief that we are not safe till everybody gets vaccinated. And this is the part that absolutely floors me. We can eradicate the coronavirus. Eradicate if enough people get vaccinated. In the meantime, we're going to do a story. What is it? Yesterday, I heard on the national news, a third of Chicago police are going to call in sick. The first are not going to show up because of the mandate, vaccine mandate. Where does that put us? Or at least folks in Chicago. New California law is kicking in that bans harassment at vaccination sites. And we have experience with abortion sites of the harassers and the harassment that goes on. Same thing is happening at vaccination sites. Remember, one was shut down at Dodger Stadium. It was shut down because of the protest. So I'll come back with that story. And then Tech Tuesday coming up at 8 o'clock. This is KFI AM 640. Let's check in with Jennifer Jones, please.
One person's been killed, 2 others have been hurt in separate falls during a concert in San Francisco. The band Switch was playing at Chase Center Sunday when one guy fell from an upper level. A witness says another person then fell from a different level and fell onto another man. The fight over the sixth abortion law in the nation is going back to the Supreme Court. Justices allowed the law to start last month, banning women in Texas from ending their pregnancy after 6 weeks. Now the Justice Department wants them to stop it while a legal challenge plays out. And Zillow says it won't buy more homes this year to catch up with the backlogs that it already has. The iBuyer model used to buy online real estate purchases. They purchased homes directly from sellers, then relisted them after minor work was done. Problem is, Zillow can't move fast enough to keep up with the shortage of labor and materials. If it goes to a drive on the second phone, the details are in the sky.
Inflation is here, and it's hitting us pretty hard. Let's see what works. I'll tell you where inflation is not affecting interest rates. Mortgage interest rates still ridiculously low. So you combine those interest rates with the fact that your home value has exploded, you have tons of equity in your home. Here is an issue I want to share with you. A problem that can be fixed. You have tons of equity in your home that's earning you nothing, and not a dime. How about taking a mortgage against that equity, putting the money into an investment vehicle where it actually makes you money? That's what H&S Capital helps you do. H&S Capital. They're razor sharp interest rates, confident they can earn your business. Matter of fact, they do something that no other mortgage company I've ever heard of doing. Martite doesn't just go to another company. Apply with a competitor as well as with me, H&S Capital. And you'll see why you're in the company. I bought into that. Why? Because I've done 2 mortgages with them and I couldn't be happier. And I know Mark for over 16 years. Call 833-255-5698. 833-255-5698. Visit hmscapital.com.
We spent 500,000 of this. Results 8 million for relationship motorcyclists. Check out weather from KFI, mostly sunny with highs from the low 60s to the mid 70s. This report is brought to you by iaccidentlawyers.com. Let's look at our line on the 7th phone.
Well, busy as another, that's for sure. Trying to get some of this freight off the chest in the truck. And into a store. But right now, the fish plant business really, you see 5 in the 91 because we've got this full section. But all lanes are open all the way around. Now, so we had some massive problems here this morning. Let's start with the 210 coming away from the 15. 210 approved. Kind of a long coming problem there. They had lane spots. All the lanes have been reopened there, but still slow coming in from the 15. And right around Dodger Stadium, my goodness, what drama. The north and south side, that's the 110. All lanes are open all the way around again. It's just real slow. As a matter of fact, your destination is downtown Los Angeles or anywhere around there. Everything is just super slow, even the 4 level. But again, all the crashes are finally gone. Injured in an accident, visit Superwoman, superlawyer.com. Jeff Barr, KFI in the sky.
This report is sponsored by Circle K. Tip and save at Circle K with a new drink subscription. Enjoy 1 coffee or fountain drink every day for only $5.99 a month. Sign up in store. Circle K. Take it easy. Want the best possible price on your next car? Download the Roto app. That's ROTO. Roto lets you browse thousands of vehicles from local dealers right from your phone and even offers contact-free delivery. And with Roto, there's never any haggling. The price you see is pre-negotiated and already includes every available discount. There's no hidden fees and no surprises. Just 100% transparent pricing. So for a easy car buying experience, download the Roto app now or check out roto.com. That's ROTO.com. If you think your dishwasher is only good for cleaning or that your washer dries just for laundry, think again. Those appliances can also reduce your impact on climate change if you make sure not to run them between peak hours of 4 to 9 p.m. Because outside those times, there's more renewable energy for them to use. SCE Primer Refresh, an easy way to make a change for the better. Visit SCE.com/PLU rates for more information. Are you one of the millions of homeowners who haven't refinanced yet? If so, I'm here to tell you it's not too late. Hi, I'm Wesley Hoagland with Lennox Financial. Although the lowest rates may be in our rearview mirror, as the economy recovers from the biggest economic shock of our lifetime, rates still remain near historic lows. In fact, with the dramatic increase in home values, this may be the perfect time to put that new home equity to work. Take advantage of our cash-out refi program to pay off high-risk car loans or other high-interest rate debt. Or finally make those home improvements you found whole for so long. Best of all, we can do this with no closing costs. That's right. Whether it's a conventional, FHA, or VA loan, we'll pay for your title, settlement, lender, and recording fees. So call Lennox Financial at 888-455-3669. That's 888-455-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind.
Licensed by the Department of Financial Protection and Innovation under the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act and MLS number 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender. Visit us at LennoxHomeLoans.com or call for additional cost information. Other restrictions apply. Rates subject to change.
When Bill and I needed new windows over 20 years ago, we picked a company we thought would do a good job. We were so disappointed.
So we saw a genuine need for a company with strong character, one that people could have faith in.
American Vision Windows was born right then and there.
What sets American Vision Windows apart is easily the culture. Their greatest investment is in their employees, and it shows.
It was a great experience. I couldn't have asked for anything better.
I've been in the construction trade for 35 years. The level of quality of products that they use for their prep work was top-notch.
American Vision Windows continues to revolutionize the home improvement industry, one customer at a time, while changing the lives of our employees for the better. It's so simple.
Happy employees, happy customers.
For a limited time, we pay the tax, plus 0 payments until 2023. Call 888-226-9908. That's 888-226-9908. Or visit AmericanVisionWindows.com.
Tax based on materials only. On purchase of 8 or more windows cannot be combined with any other offers. Unapproved credits. Some restrictions apply. Offer expires 11/30/21. CSLB number 778326.
This is Leo Smith, owner of Service Champions Plumbing, Heating, and AC. You might find this hard to believe, but the thing that makes me the happiest is when my customers' heaters don't break down. That's right, we love not fixing heaters. We're first and foremost a maintenance company. We catch problems before they happen, when they're tiny and inexpensive. We only charge $88 for a comprehensive precision tune-up and professional cleaning, and our goal is to catch every single problem and make your heater last longer and run more efficiently. That's why we even guarantee our tune-ups. If your unit breaks down this season, we'll refund your $88 or credit it towards the repair. That's how serious we are about not fixing heaters. Call Service Champions right now to schedule your $88 tune-up at 833-777-7777 or find us online at servicechampions.com.
Service Champions Plumbing, Heating, AC.
quick way to reduce stress? Hi, it's Dr. Wendy Walsh. Hugs for long periods of time. Whether it's your kids or your partner, make sure you hug for at least 20 seconds. It releases so much of the neurohormone dopamine, that feel-good hormone that reduces stress.
Dr. Wendy Walsh on KFI AM 640.
More stimulating talk.
Good morning, Bill Handel. It is a Tuesday morning, October 19th. As we continue with the show, Amazon is looking to hire 150,000 workers for seasonal jobs coming up for the holiday season, including 23,000 here in California, and that's on top of the 25,000 they already announced. Hourly wage of $18 an hour, an extra $3 an hour on certain shifts. Signing bonuses also. Think they're desperate? Can you imagine working at an Amazon warehouse making $18 or $21 an hour? If we had talked about that 2 years ago, you would have said, oh my God, that's impossible. When it comes to demonstrations, you think of, and I'm talking about the most exercise demonstrations occur at abortion clinics, where you have the pro-life folks going nuts. I mean, yelling at women going in, signs, blocking entrances, screaming on the sidewalks. That's been a history of the protest movement in terms of the abortion clinics. And there are hundreds of court cases that deal with that. Well, there's now a new law that was signed by the governor on Friday. It is now illegal to harass people on their way to a vaccination clinic, and you can't stop them. And here's the problem. It makes sense. Okay, you can't harass people going into a vaccination site. Come on, it's what is it really your business? Are you going to yell at those people like they're doing something wrong? But First Amendment experts are saying, wait a minute, we got real problems here because of the law's basic constitutionality. Why? Because the definition of harassment. What's harassment? So the new law says it's a misdemeanor to harass, intimidate, injure, or obstruct people on their way to getting a COVID shot or any other kind of vaccine. It's a misdemeanor, $1,000 fine, 6 months in jail. Free speech experts say it's unconstitutional. It sweeps up broad activities that are protected by the First Amendment and defines them as harassment. That's one expert has said. And according to a director of the California Immunization Coalition promoting vaccines, says the law is more necessary than ever. Because our biggest concern is when kids get vaccinated. And some people feel they need to protest, but when kids are walking in, you can't have people screaming at the kids or getting too close. Now, the bill was introduced by a guy named Richard Pan. He's a state senator. He's a doctor, by the way. And he jumped on this when Dodger Stadium, the vaccination site, was shut down in January. Protesters actually stopped the vaccinations from going forward with their protests. People wanted to become vaccinated and they couldn't. And he's a practicing pediatrician. He still administers vaccines, incidentally, and he's been threatened, assaulted, humiliated, called out by name at protests. He's also the guy who, back in 2015, introduced a bill which is now law that made it harder for parents to refuse routine vaccinations. And you can't have religious or belief exceptions, any personal belief exceptions for kids being vaccinated. You can't do it. It's just medical exemptions. That's it. And so the First Amendment folks are saying it's a violation of free speech. And here's where it gets really interesting. This has to do with a matter of feet. Literally feet. Not feet you walk on, but the measurement feet. And that is the bill defines harassment as getting within 30 feet of a patient who's within 100 feet of an entrance to a vaccine site or waiting in their car to get a vaccine. And you can't do that. You can't hand out leaflets, display a sign, protest, sidewalk counseling within 100 feet. Now, that is an interesting bubble because the Supreme Court upheld a Colorado law that only created an 8-foot bubble zone. And in fact, turned down struck down a Massachusetts law that created a 35-foot buffer zone. Because here's the argument. The 30-foot zone, which is here in California, is so big, you can't even have a conversation with anybody. You can't ask them, do you know about vaccines? Doing that in a public space is constitutionally protected. That's First Amendment. And so the argument is going to be literally how many feet are okay. Is it 30 feet? The court's going to allow that? Well, Supreme Court turned down 35 feet and upheld 8 feet, so we don't know. Can you imagine this whole issue of First Amendment harassment, protesting, is all going to go down to it's going to come down to a measuring tape? And this is just the start of it. And a quick word about protesting. Don't protest at those vaccination sites where people are going in to get vaccinated. You know what? Why would you harass those folks? Go to the street, march, go in front of the state in terms of the state capitol. I mean, do all of that. Don't harass people that are doing that. Come on, really? Kids who are being brought by their parents to be vaccinated. We're talking about 12-year-olds and up, although it's going to change. Why would you scream and scare them and yell, don't do it, it's going to kill you, the government, the aliens are going to attack you? I mean, come on, guys. You know, we're better than that. Maybe you're not, but I'm hoping. Tech Tuesday coming up with Rich tomorrow. Apple, new AirPods. We got a lot to talk about with Rich. This is KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Talk without the tilt.
KFI.
KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
He won't be there today. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. LA City Councilman Mark Ridley Thomas says he will immediately step back from council meetings and committees.
But the councilman says he will not resign. Ridley Thomas was indicted on 20 federal corruption charges last week. Ridley Thomas sent a letter to his colleagues vowing to fight what he calls outrageous allegations and promises to return to full duty at the earliest appropriate time. Councilwoman Nithya Raman called for Ridley Thomas to step away from his committee assignments, while Councilman Joe Buscaino says Ridley Thomas should resign from his office. Council President Neri Martinez said last week that council would have to take appropriate action, but wouldn't specify what that action would be. Steve Gregory, KFI News.
News is brought to you by Applied General Agency. Some families in LA County say they are not okay with the COVID-19 vaccine being required for students.
Dozens of parents and even some kids protesting the mandate had gathered in front of the Bonita School District building in San Dimas.
I believe that it's our choice as parents to decide if whether we want our kids to get the COVID vaccine or not, you know.
The group held signs and waved American flags yesterday as cars driving by honked their horns. Governor Newsom recently announced that the COVID vaccine will eventually be added to the list of other vaccines required for students. In San Dimas, Blake Trolley, KFI News.
The state attorney general says agents with an annual illegal pot operation have seized 1.2 million marijuana plants and more than 180,000 pounds of illegally processed marijuana.
Illegal and unlicensed marijuana planting is bad for our environment, it's bad for our economy, and bad for the health and safety of our community.
Rob Bonta says 13 operations were conducted in 26 counties, including LA, Riverside, San Bernardino, and Orange. The program started in 1983. The LAPD says ghost guns are spreading exponentially and have become an epidemic. An LAPD report on ghost guns, some of which can be put together in about 30 minutes, will be reviewed today by the LA Board of Police Commissioners. The department's report says the guns, which are virtually untraceable and don't have serial numbers, have increased by about 400% in Los Angeles since 2017. Two House subcommittees have held a hearing on the oil spill off the coast of Orange County. Vice Desai, with the Business Alliance for Protecting the Pacific Coast, testified at the hearing in Irvine yesterday that the effects of the spill don't stop at the beach.
These spills are extremely disruptive to our businesses, our lives, and our health. The impacts ripple across the economy and across sectors.
Officials at the meeting also talked about how the spill has affected the environment and local communities. A Christian organization in Ohio is asking for prayers for 17 missionaries who have been kidnapped in Haiti. State Department spokesman Ned Price says the people were taken by a gang over the weekend while visiting an orphanage.
Our embassy team in Haiti has been in constant contact with the Haitian National Police, with the missionary group Christian Aid Ministries.
The group that kidnapped the aid workers is reported to be asking for $17 million in ransom. And a report says Ford's full-size pickup is at the top of the wish list for car thieves across the country. The National Insurance Crime Bureau has released its 2020 Hot Wheels report for the top 10 most stolen vehicles in the U.S. The Chevy full-size pickup is number 2 on the list, and the Honda Civic comes in number 3. From Southern California Toyota Dealers Traffic Center, we make it easy. Let's take a long look at the 5.
Well put, Jen. Indeed, not a bad drive, actually, leaving Buena Park, northbound 5. It's good around 91, gets a little slow around Valley View construction site, but after that, a pretty good drive, 605. That's where it gets slow. Morning drive slow. It is real tough, I will admit, though, from the 710 through the East LA interchange up towards the 110 when it becomes the Golden State Freeway. It's all due to earlier stuff, but all lanes open. Now, we're surfing over a massive problem, a bad spot in Diamond Bar. It's where the E60 and North 57 merge together at Grand. Half the freeway is shut down here. All the right lanes are blocked up. Got, let's see, carpool and maybe 2 left open. They're trying to get it out of your way, but it is a massive crash. Now, the West 60 backed up from Azusa and the North 57 coming from the top of the hill. The West 10 and the West 210, if they help you, and between the 605 and the 57, they're in pretty good shape. By the way, the westbound 91 leaving Buena Park, not too bad. Morning drive slow, 605, 710. Injured in an accident, visit Superwoman, superlawyer.com. Jeff Ball, KFI in the sky.
The Dodgers are back home for Game 3 of the National League Championship Series against the Atlanta Braves. LA will be trying to dig out of a 2-0 deficit in that series. Walker Buehler will start against Atlanta's Charlie Morton. First pitch is set for 2:08 this afternoon, live on AM 570 LA Sports. Brought to you in part by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Morongo, good times. The Red Sox lead the ALCS 2-1 after destroying and humiliating and embarrassing the trash can banging Astros. Final score 12-3. I'm Wayne Resnick, KFI Sports.
Attention savvy investors. Are you looking to hedge against inflation and receive steady monthly cash flow? How about the safety and security of a real estate investment without the hassles of being a landlord? Maybe you should cash out of some stock market risk and volatility and take some money off the table. Instead, receive 10% annualized monthly payouts with bonuses targeted to 21%. NRIA is an industry-leading real estate development firm in its 15th year constructing strategically located, lower-risk, high-demand properties in unique neighborhoods based on supply-demand imbalance. Call 800-800-1414 to start your due diligence. A great fit for safety-oriented investors desiring monthly cash flow and diversification into carefully curated real estate. Learn more about the NRIA Real Estate Development Fund at nria.net or call 800-800-1414. That's 800-800-1414.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
Living with dental issues is hard. No one knows this better than Joseph, who struggled with failing teeth for years.
The inflammation, the bad breath, the teeth falling out, the pain.
These issues took their toll, so Joseph came to Pure Choice Dental Implant Center, where he discovered one procedure to put an end to the years of discomfort, pain, and compromise.
Once I got it done, I was like, why did you wait so long?
That's what dental